Hi, it's Rachel Pickworth from Mad Leaders, and today in this video I want to talk about the importance of carving out strategic time in the calendar for leaders. So I'm drawing this information directly from week 6 in my Elevate in 90 Days program, where I focus in on establishing a strategic leadership calendar, and I'm pulling the piece out just about strategic thinking time. So, what tends to happen for leaders in organizations is that they become very busy, very operational, and very reactive. And then the more people they're leading in a business, the more things just get more hectic. There are back to back meetings, there are things to action from those meetings, there's relentless email, and there is a lot to do, a lot of stakeholders, things going on all the time, fires to put out. And what can happen is there can be a lack of strategic time to think. And the reality is that leaders, managers and leaders in business today need a strategic view. They need time to get out of the pool where they're swimming, so to speak, and to get on the side of the pool to be able to have that big picture strategic view of the organization, of their industry, of their wider team and where they sit within that, of their team themselves, their actual team, and to be able to look at that, the people within their team, to be able to look at themselves, have that awareness and the time to consider and reflect. They also need to have a strategic view of their career and what's happening there, their development and what needs to be actioned around that. They need time to step back from the detail, from the day-to-day operation, step back and think and plan. And sometimes there can be too much value placed on busyness and activity and not enough value placed on time in the calendar carved out to really have that strategic view and think about all of those key things that need thinking time and need to be actioned. So what I encourage in the Elevate in 90 Days program and with my one-to-one clients is that an hour every Friday, because Fridays tend to be days that are quieter, not as jam-packed with meetings. It can be a good day to kind of gather your thoughts. I encourage leaders to carve out a minimum of 1 hour that's in the calendar that cannot be booked. And that's for strategic time. It's not to check on emails and not to catch up on things. And that's a great hour to have in the calendar as well. But it's really to be able to step back, excuse me, with that strategic view of everything they need to look at and make decisions, make choices, have ideas. This can even be off the desk. This can be going for a walk where it's really that strategic time away from their computer to be able to think. I also encourage an hour of development time. So this is purely on development. This may be a mentoring conversation. It may be looking at their career. It may be looking at learning and development and training and a program. So the summary of this is that it's very important for leaders, managers within an organization to have time to step back, have the strategic view, reflect, and have that thinking time that's so important, and make sure that's carved out in the calendar, and to be able to have a culture around that strategic thinking time, that's valued. How can you do that for yourself as a leader, for the organization, for the leaders in the business, and for people in the business? How can you put a value on that and to communicate that and engage people in that conversation? Because the strategic time is when great ideas happen, and there's time to action those great ideas. It's where innovation happens, improvement happens, and those great ideas that can drive a business and people forward. Hope that's been helpful. If you want to know more about my Elevate in 90 Days program that supports leaders with systems and tools and structure and learning to set them up for success so they're more effective leaders, then there'll be a link here somewhere for you to learn more about that. And I will see you in the next video where I will come at you with tips and tricks and ideas and tools and resources to help you to elevate yourself as a leader or to elevate leaders in the business that you may be responsible for. See you in the next video. Bye for now.